Not everybody deserves access to your heart just because they were nice to you for 5 minutes. Trust is sacred, and giving it away too fast and too easily is the quickest way to betraying yourself. Because not everybody has your best intentions. Not everybody's your friend. Not everybody has your back. And not everybody is what you think they are. In this video, we're going to be talking about why you trust so easily and how to practice new tools to start trusting a lot slower. Because remember, people need to earn your trust. You don't owe them your trust. But here's the thing. If you don't heal the thing that causes you to trust so easily, you will forever be in relationships and situations where you'll be hurt and betrayed for the rest of your life. What's going on, guys? My name is Foster Castellanos. I'm a clinical counselor, spiritual advisor, and motivational speaker. But most importantly, I'm somebody who's battled with addiction, trauma, mental health, and I had a big problem trusting people way too easily. And I used to think people were my friends. I used to think people had my back. I used to think people loved me. And if you caught that, the big word was think. And that's why I got hurt a lot, betrayed a lot, and used a lot. And I truly believe those who are hurt the most heal the most. And there's a lot of people out there that claim to be gurus, life coaches, and healers who are hurting you more than helping you. And I'm somebody that's not only been through the pain, but I've walked through it the healthy way. I went to school to get educated, and I've worked with over tens of thousands of people due to a mentor of mine who allowed thousands of people at his house a week for free to find hope, to find healing, and to find inspiration. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing why you trust so easily, because it stems from somewhere. And then I'm going to be sharing with you some practical steps to learn how to trust people a lot slower, to be more wiser, so you have a better chance of not letting people take advantage of you or betray you. Now, I'm somebody who used to always trust people a little too much, and I would get hurt a lot. I used to think there were certain girls that liked me, and guess what? They didn't like me. I used to think I had these friends that had my back, so I'd go above and beyond for them and talk highly of them. And then I'd find out that they're talking crap behind my back, and they didn't really care about me when I needed them. I've also had some business endeavors where I thought these people were really looking out for me. So I would work hard and do more just to realize that they were taking advantage of me, using me for my time, not paying me what I'm worth, and would steal my ideas. And once I would stand up for myself, they would just get rid of me. And so I don't know about you, but I was tired of being taken advantage of. I was tired of being hurt. I was tired of being lied to. It even got to a point where I feel like I couldn't even trust myself. It's almost like I didn't know who was good for me and who wasn't. And that was really disappointing for me and defeating for me, because then I was just spiraling. Like, if I can't even trust my intuition, thinking what is good for me and what is not, am I just meant to always get hurt? Or is there something about me where people don't want to have my back or want to be good to me? And so it made me look at people, places, and things in a very dysfunctional way. And that's why you watching this have to be very careful, right? Because sometimes these experiences of being hurt and betrayed so much are going to damage the way that you see yourself and that you see life. And that's why we're going to talk about where it stems from, because you need to know why you are the way you are, so then we could change the way that you are. So pay attention. Why do you trust so easily and so quickly? 1, you mistake connection for compatibility. Just because you vibe with someone doesn't mean that they're healthy for you. See, a lot of times we get trauma confused as trust, but trauma bond is an unhealthy way of building trust with somebody. So you got to be aware of that. That's why a lot of times people say, well, it felt right, but why didn't it end up right? Not all things that feel right are right. And that's where you got to tell the difference. Are you trauma bonding, or are you actually building trust? Number 2, you were taught to ignore red flags. If you grew up with chaos or inconsistent love, you probably learned how to normalize dysfunction in your life. So when someone love bombs you, it feels familiar. But just because it's familiar doesn't mean it's safe. That's why a lot of people will confuse chaos for passion. So be aware. Are you chasing what's familiar, or are you chasing what's right for you? Number 3, you want to be loved so bad that you abandon discernment. When you're starving for connection, even crumbs will feel like a meal. But trusting too quickly isn't generosity. It's self-abandonment in disguise. That's why I always tell people, don't get into a relationship out of desperation, because you'll ignore the red flags. you'll justify their behavior, you'll fall in love with the potential of them, and you'll ignore the facts. So again, you mistake connection from compatibility. Chaos to you feels safe, and you're desperate to find someone to accept you, to love you, to be a part of you, that you'll ignore all the red flags and justify their behavior. And these are big reasons why you trust so easily, right? So you got to be careful, because remember, trust isn't owed, it's earned. And that's why a lot of people out there will tell you as they get older, they go, my circle gets smaller and smaller the older I get. It's not that because they're getting older, it's because they're getting wiser. They're starting to see the reality of how people are. And that's okay. We shouldn't trust everyone so deeply. It's kind of like if there was like levels of trust, like level 1 and level 10, right? We give everyone a level 1 trust as we meet them. And then we use our discernment and we observe to see, does this person deserve level 2 through 10 trust? And the reality, it takes time. It takes investment. It takes energy. So like, I don't know about you guys, but I really don't trust too many people that deeply. You know, I give people the benefit of the doubt, but that's different than me trusting them deeply. And I learned the hard way because I have people tell my secrets, tell my business, use it against me and hurt me, like I said. So for you watching this, if you're trusting too easily, this is causing a lot of your hurt and a lot of your pain. So instead of being mad at the people and the situations, ask yourself how much of it is on you because you were trusting too easily. Now, right here, I'm going to talk about real world practical steps, how to build trust the right way so you never have to be hurt again or betrayed in a way that you don't see coming. 1, slow down the process. If someone is real with you, they'll respect your pace. Trust is something that people earn and not that you owe them. So what it's trying to say is this: trust should take time, right? You want to observe a person. You want to take time to kind of see who they are, how they are. And that's okay. It should take time. It's kind of like when you get in a relationship and some people want to take it slow and some people are like, oh, you want to take it slow? Whatever. I don't want to deal with that. Or you're playing some game or whatever. It's like, no, this person wants to make sure that who you say you are, you actually are. And this one's my favorite, number 2. Watch for patterns and not promises. Remember, people say actions speak louder than words. I go deeper than that. I say patterns speak louder than actions. Because we can all act good for a season or for a reason because we want something or we're trying to play a part. So we got to be careful too by not just trusting someone because they're kind to us and nice to us for a season, an experience, a moment. Because again, people can be playing a part. So don't trust their actions, trust their patterns. Number 3, trust yourself first. Most people who trust others too fast don't trust themselves at all. Pay attention to this. When your gut talks, listen. When something feels off, it usually is. I always say we always know when something's not good for us, I think, if we really quiet down and listen to what we're feeling. You know, it's pretty wild. I think in Buddhism, they said that butterflies in your stomach with someone means to actually run away from them. I know a lot of times people say, oh, I got butterflies in my stomach for this person. I just knew they were the one. And then they say, no, it means to run. They actually say when you're with somebody that's good for you, you will feel safe and at peace and your body will too, at calmness. So a lot of times, again, we mistake chaos for passion. We mistake what's familiar for love. And so if you're trusting people too easily, it's probably because you don't trust yourself, right? So you ignore what you feel and what you think. But once you begin to trust yourself, understanding that your intuition is for you, then it's going to help you really be able to navigate those moments where you feel like something's off. You won't ignore it. You will listen to it and you'll respect it. So again, slow down the process because trust takes time. Watch for patterns and not promises because patterns speak louder than actions. And the last one, begin to learn how to trust yourself. Because if you can't trust yourself, then you'll trust others too easily. And remember, whoever has your ear has your future. 80% of your problems will come from your love life. Those closest to you will influence you the most. And remember, where does this stem from? Look in your past, see why you're like that. Sometimes we surround ourselves with people who are untrustworthy because what's familiar to us is untrustworthy people. So even though we don't want it, we still chase what feels right. But when we're programmed by dysfunction, dysfunction feels right, but it's not right. So be aware of that. That's why for me now, I learned to Don't tell somebody something if you're not okay with them telling someone else, right? That's my philosophy. So I'm okay with that. So whatever I say, I don't care if someone says it anymore. Now, when I do have things I don't want people to know all over, I don't tell people. I may tell my partner. I may tell my therapist. I may tell a mentor. But I'm not going to just start talking about it anymore because I've tried it. And people, people mean well, but it doesn't mean they're always going to respect you and, treat you well. A lot of times too, the people that hurt us or betray us, they're not capable of not doing that either. So we got to be aware too, know your audience, know the people you're talking to. If they're not capable of being respectful, if they're not capable of being a good friend, if they're not capable of being responsible, then don't get mad that they hurt you. Because guess what? If they hurt you, you're not the only one that they're hurting. Because how people do anything is how they do everything. So again, trust slowly, right? You as a person, I'm sorry, I pointed at me. You as a person are a gift. For people to have your time, they're lucky. Remember that. So don't feel like you're always lucky for who you have in your life. Remember, people are lucky to have you in their life because you matter. You're important and you're needed. And just a little extra thing to give you, there is some, pretty bad people out there. They're not evil people. They're just in a season where they're still sick. And people will manipulate and tell you what you want to hear and play the game to get what they want out of you and then get rid of you and walk away and not really care. So be aware of that. You can't stop it, but you can protect yourself. In the comments below, I want you to write down, what is a moment that you trusted too quickly? And what did it teach you? Your story might help someone else wake up to the truth that they've been ignoring. And if this video hit home for you, I want you to check out my other video on boundaries, because protecting your peace starts with who you allow into your space. So let's stop giving trust away like candy and start moving with wisdom. So let's heal and grow together. And don't forget, I'm offering a free ebook, which will be below in the description, of how to find purpose in your pain. And it's completely free. And it's just another thing to give you some healing. And also remember, if you ever need some free counsel or some therapy, on the comments below, write out what you're going through. If you notice, I respond to everybody in the comments, no matter what they ask, how many times they want to ask me questions over and over and over again, no matter how deep it is or surface it is, I will take my time and I'll respond to it. I'm a professional. I've been through a lot and I want to be able to help out as many people as I can, whether it's directly or indirectly. So I'm here for you. I see you. You matter and you are loved.